Hey guys! Welcome back to another PLANTZILLA video, and for today's vlog, ipapakita po namin kung paano namin usually inaalagaan yung mga aglaonemas na nandito sa amin. We don't have a lot of them, but we do value each one na meron kami. If you are into this type of stunning but affordable foliages, then keep watching. But before that, please do not forget to subscribe. Tap the bell icon beside it so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. And if you are ready, let's begin. These are the aglaonemas that we have here, and I'll try to name them all for you. But just in case meron akong mali or you know them better, please do comment it down below. I'll take your corrections. Medyo mahirap kasing pangalanan, medyo nakakalito kasi halos pare-pareha lang ng kulay, and then yung patterns lang yung magkaiba. I will start with this one. So, this is introduced to me as Lucky Red, galing Thailand. So, bigay lang to sa amin. And the next one is this, which is the Diamond Siam. So, ito yung pagpapakilala sa akin. This is also imported from Thailand. And what's good about this is that meron na siyang mga shoot na papatubo. I think it's gonna have 3 more. So, that is what I'm looking forward in the future kasi this was worth 1.3. The next one, wala pa siyang bagong shoot, but it's gonna have a new leaf. This is Saksum Jaipong. A lot of you know about this type of aglaonema. This is also from Thailand and was just given to us by Brilliant Green. So maraming salamat po. Itong mga imported na aglaonemas na nandito sa amin came from them. We really take care of these types of aglaonemas na meron kami dito because we are aiming to grow more of these. Kasi nga, medyo weak pa to nung dumating sa amin. Fortunately, malusog na sila ngayon and matataba na sila. So, I also have another babies here dito sa gilid. So, ito, they aren't from Thailand but we still love them. Etong Saksum Jaipong, guys, as you notice, pink din yung ilalim ng dahon and yung midrib niya is green dito sa likod. While in front, guys, sa gilid ng dahon niya is kulay green and meron siyang pink sa loob. So, we use rice hulls for this. Itong maliliit na nandito sa gilid, guys, we will try to grow more of this. So, papalakihin namin sila. This one is the Curtatum. There are people who are calling it spotted aglaonema or fish eye. So, nandito siya. And medyo matigas yung lupa niya. So, we will try to fix that. We have here a baby silver queen. And we also have this aglaonema Mary Ann. The next one that we have here is also another aglaonema, which I believe is a Glonima Butterfly. So beautiful din to, and I really love the colors of this one. Medyo may old leaves na siya, and in-spray lang namin tong leaf niya para medyo may basa ng konti, but the soil is actually dry, guys. Just moist dun sa pinakailalim na part lang kasi yun yung dahilan kaya pumapayat sila. Ayaw po nila na sobra silang basa. I just found out the name of this one. I even thought that it's another variety of aglaonema, but this was introduced to me as Pattaya Beauty. And this one right here is the Big Roy. I bought this for 120 pesos. And ngayon, marami nang tumubo dito sa ilalim, which makes it lush, guys. So, magiging lush talaga tingnan yung aglaonema if you don't take out the babies that it has. So, itong mga aglaonemas na nandito sa amin were mostly given for free. So, mangilan-ngilan lang yung nabili ko. And, syempre, kapag binibigay lang, maliliit pa. So, it's really your role to let it grow and para makakuha ng mga shoots in the future kapag naibigay na sa'yo as a new plant parent. So, dito sa amin, we have our own ways on how to take care of them. Although, merong iba na pumayat, we're trying to make them recover and ilagay sila sa safer place na magugustuhan nila. So, kung gusto nyo panoorin how we do it, just keep watching, and mas mabuti pang, let's start. This is our very first one, guys, which is a baby silver queen. I do not know if you agree with me that this is a silver queen or if you have other names for this, but meron din isa pa dito which is the silver king. We don't have it here. Ito yung nandito sa amin. So kakabigay lang nito. This came from my sister, I believe. Maliit pa siya, but since meron na siyang maliit na shoot as well, we will be propagating this. We have our potting mix ready. Meron siyang madaming rice hulls. We also have the M4 here, which is a combination of cocoa peat, carbonized rice hulls, cow manure, and garden soil. But we added more sa garden soil, guys, because they love to be a bit drier than being too moist, kasi talagang nag-rot sila and mas lalong pumapayat kapag ganon. Been there, done that. And since nakalagay pa siya sa maliit na nursery bag, we will be transferring it to a firmer pot. Although plastic pot pa din siya and temporary pot lang tong ganito, ililipat natin para hindi madisturbo yung pagtubo nila, kasi ita-transfer natin sila somewhere na hindi siya mababasa palagi. Naglalagay po tayo ng konting coconut fiber sa bottom of the pot before we add the potting mix to drain the excess water, kasi sabi ko na nga ayaw nila na sobrang basa. We will be adding the potting mix that we have here before we transfer our little silver queen dito sa pot. So, para sa mga ganitong temporary pot, mga nursery bag, all you have to do is to cut the pot. You can remove the existing soil, but if you wish to leave it as it is, then you can just remove it and replant it into another pot. For us here, since may bago kaming potting mix, we will just leave a small amount of its previous potting mix para hindi naman siya manibago, and then we'll add the new one that we have previously mixed for all of these aglonimas that we have here right now. So merong iba dito na dadagdagan lang ng soil. Kasi during those times, guys, na palagi pong umuulan, unti-unting nababawasan yung soil na meron sila. So ngayon, humahanap po kami ng way na hindi na sila nababasa ng ulan. So yung iba tinransfer ko dito in front of the house para hindi sila directly natatamaan ng ulan. So nababasa lang sila every time we water them. This is the best thing about aglonimas, guys. Sobrang dali nilang i-propagate. It's so easy to detach the shoot from its mother plant. And from that, it can grow on its own na. So, ito, i-remove natin tong maliit na to. Although, if you wish to have a lush aglonimas, you can opt not to remove the shoots, guys. Yun talaga yung secret kung bakit makakapal and sobrang lush ng aglonimas ng iba. Hindi po nila inaalisan ng shoot. So, ito yung itsura ng shoot niya. And meron na siyang separate roots to let it survive on its own. For an easier way to divide them, we just spray water on the roots para makita talaga kung saan natin puputulin. This is the cleaner version of the roots, guys, and this is how easy you propagate aglonimas. This way applies to all. You can also choose to do the water propagation, but for us here, if we find it easier to propagate in soil, then we will choose to do it that way. So it still depends on how you would love to do it and where you are comfortable with. So ito, we finally propagated this, and instead of one, meron na kaming dalawa. So for us kasi, the more the merrier. If you are planning to make it a business, then it would be best na palagi kang nagpo-propagate para maparami mo, and also magtira ka din ng malalaki na, kasi there are buyers who would opt to buy the big ones, especially yung mga buyers na gustong yung plant na bibili nila pang display na kaagad. And there are also other buyers who are like me na mas pipiliing bumili ng mas maliit para makamura. This is our mother plant and we will be planting the shoot right after this. Ganun din yung gagawin naming pagtatanim dito sa shoot. Kaya sobrang dali and sobrang bilis paramihin po ng aglonimas, guys. So they are excellent house plants, especially if baguhan ka pa lang just like us. So we have here our finished product. So ito, tapos nang ma-propagate. We'll move on to the next one. The next pot of aglonema that we have here is, I believe, to be a stardust. But if I'm wrong, feel free to comment it down below so I would know kung ano yung tamang pangalan nito. So this was just given to us, kaya medyo maliit pa siya. Unfortunately, since palagi po siyang nauulanan, kaya ayan, medyo umunti-unti yung soil na meron siya. And what we will do here is that we will be adding more potting mix for this. Since okay naman tong lupang gamit namin dito or tong potting mix na ginamit namin for this one. So para lang talaga lumaki siya, kasi for me it looks healthy kahit maliit pa. So dadagdagan lang namin ng additional potting mix dito. Most of the stardust na tawag nila, guys, really came from Thailand. So yung mga stardust na nandito na ngayon, mostly nasa online, nasa market, or really imported na. So for this one, hindi to imported, guys. This was just given to me. I even forgot who, but I really love this. So nag-a-add lang tayo para magkaroon siya ng mas maraming nutrients. So we decided to cover this stem talaga kasi minsan lumalabas na po yung roots, and we aim na magkaroon siya ng pagkukunan ng nutrients once nangyari yon. We have another one here that I really can't name, guys. It really turns red kapag nag-mature na yung leaves niya. So for this one, if you know this, please do comment it down below para naman meron tayong exact ID what is really the name of this. This is really beautiful and I really love this. Pero eto ngayon, dinadagdagan lang namin ng potting mix enough para ma-full tong pot niya. Maliit lang kasi tong pot niya kasi maliit pa din siya. And since bigay lang din to sa akin, so ayan, ako nang bahalang magpalaki nito. This one naman, guys, is the Aglonema Mary Ann. So, I'm calling it Mary Ann. Kamukha po siya ng Aglonema Brilliant. However, yung Aglonema Brilliant po, yung midrib niya, color white. But this one, hindi po white yung midrib niya. We will just loosen the soil, guys, kasi medyo tuyo na yung topsoil niya, although moist pa sa ilalim. So what we will do here, we will be adding an additional potting mix para naman magkaroon pa siya ng more nutrients. And also we will do pruning. There is nothing wrong when you remove the old leaves, guys, especially yung mga damaged ones. So it will really help them grow kasi po mababawasan po yung mag-aagawan ng nutrients. So instead of letting the old ones na medyo pangit na magstay dito sa kanya, so it would be best to remove it para onti na lang yung mag-aagawan ng nutrients. We have loosened the soil, so now we are adding the new potting mix para mag-blend sila all together, and after this, we're done. We are now moving on to the next pot of Aglonema, which is the Pattaya Beauty. As you can see, silver po yung nasa gitna, and dun sa gilid makikita natin na green siya. White po yung stalk niya, and we are now trying to loosen the soil kasi nag-dry na po yung topsoil niya. Meron akong ganito dati na pumayat po talaga kasi laging nababasa ng ulan. So yun yung iniiwasan namin ngayon, kaya we are letting the topsoil dry before we water it again. Sobrang mura po ng pagkabili ko nito, parang 6 siya in a pot, and it's just worth 150 pesos. So yung 150 na super sulit na, hinati pa namin ng mama ko, so tagtatlo kami. I already have 3 here. This isn't really that expensive, but for a pot of aglonemas na merong 6 na laman, sobrang swerte na namin for buying it na 150 lang talaga. Kasi usually yung mga single stem lang nito worth 100 na. How much more pag 6 yung laman na almost pare-pareho po ng size yung mga aglonemas na nasa loob. So murang-mura na talaga yon. Since naripat namin to nung dinala ko dito pa uwi, kasi nga pinagkatian namin ng mama ko, the media that we used for this, amin na talaga. So ngayon magdadagdag lang tayo ng konting potting mix para magkaroon siya ng more nutrients. And then ilulusen lang natin yung soil para makatubo siya ng maayos. And I'm hoping that it's gonna grow healthy kasi malaki na po siya, just like nung mga kapatid niya na ganito din yung itsura. This one is closely related in appearance dun sa Silver Bay Aglonema. However, baligtad po yung kulay. Yung Silver Bay, guys, yung gitna yung green and yung outer part niya is yung silver. This one is usually called as the butterfly aglonema. I just do not know if you agree with me. And medyo matigas na din yung lupa na meron siya. Alam ko moist siya sa ilalim, but dito sa topsoil, guys, dry na talaga. So I really love the color and how wavy the leaves are. Binigay lang din to sa akin nung kapatid ko. Maliit pa siya nung binigay sa amin, and I'm just so happy that it's growing more leaves now. So hindi to pinapaulanan, guys. Mag-a-add lang din tayo ng additional potting mix for this for more nutrients. So pupunuin natin kasi habang tumatagal, I just do not know why paunti ng paunti po yung soil na meron siya. And of course, guys, aglonemas grow big roots dun sa ilalim. And in no time, it will take most of the space na meron dito sa loob ng pot natin. So it's really best to repot it habang palaki siya ng palaki or to propagate it since sobrang dali po nilang magkaroon ng shoots and napopropagate sila agad. Next thing here is a baby Curtatum, guys. So this is a small one. This also came from my sister and medyo tuyo na yung soil na nasa ibabaw niya. We will be adding some potting mix and syempre ilulusan din natin yung soil. So shoot lang to nung binigay sa akin. Sobrang liit lang. Anyway, guys, kaya lang din naman binibigay to ng kapatid ko kasi napag-usapan namin. Sometimes I also give her Philodendron. So yun yung barter system namin dito. So her aglonemas in exchange of Philodendron shoots na meron kami. As you can see, there are some compact soil na nasa ibabaw. We will remove this and papalitan natin siya ng potting mix na na-prepare namin dito. Kaya nagko-compact tong soil na nandito sa ibabaw, guys, kasi mas maraming garden soil na nilagay dito, and kapag nababasa, natutuyo siya. Tuwing natutuyo, ayan, tumitigas. Aside from the name Curtatum, this aglonema is also known for so many names. There are people who prefer to call it fish eye. Meron ding tumatawag nito na emerald star or the spotted evergreen. If I missed to name one, you may comment that down below. Baka iba din yung tawag nyo sa inyo. So after this, we are done and we will be moving on to the next pot that we have here. The next one that I have here is a huge aglonema. So this is the Big Roy, guys. And I bought this for 120 pesos. Tatlo po yung laman niya sa isang pot. Kasi meron siya mga kagat-kagat ng parang uod yata yon. But never mind, wala na naman yung uod nung binili ko. So ngayon inaalis po niya yung mga natitirang part ng dahon. So ayan, nire-remove niya yan. Kasi magra-rot yan in the future. And ayaw niyang makikita na merong nagra-rot nakatabi ng plant. So, ayan, kaya inaalisin. Ako kasi, kapag nag-aalis ako ng mga dahon, kinakat ko lang, tsaka may iniiwan ako. He isn't really a fan of that style, kaya inaalis niya yung mga natira dun sa pinutol ko, kasi eventually magra-rot yan, and ayaw niya na merong rotten part na nakadikit pa rin sa stem ng aglonemas, guys, or even philodendron. So, iba-iba po talaga tayo ng ways on how we take care of them. Kaya inaalis niya, guys, ayaw niya yun. This is such a good buy for me because my mama was able to buy something like this for 1,200. Although super lush yun, but buying the same plant for almost 10 times or talagang 10 times cheaper than how much she bought it. So sobrang swerte ko, feeling ko sobrang swerte ko for getting this one. We will just loosen the soil for a bit kasi it doesn't need too much maintenance naman. For me, mataba siya and healthy compared dun sa itsura niya when I got this. I usually do pruning, guys, especially dun sa mga old leaves na maaaring kaagaw pa niya ng nutrients. So, inaalis ko talaga yon. And of course, yung mga dahon na parang kinain ng uod for aesthetic purposes lang din. I just included this because I'm just so happy of how it became better from how it used to be. The next one is something that we got for free. So, ito yung Lucky Red, guys. This was introduced to me as Lucky Red and sobrang stressed pa siya nung dumating dito sa amin. As far as I remember, isa lang yung root na meron siya and super laki niya. So, nahihirapan talaga siyang mag-recover dahil doon. Nahirapan talaga siyang mag-acclimate, guys, but nakakakita na ako ng improvement sa kanya. Meron na siyang bagong leaves and yung previously droopy na leaf niya, tumatayo na po ngayon. So that's really a good sign for this Lucky Red that we have here. So eto, guys, anuhin lang namin to, ilulusen lang namin yung soil and mag-a-add lang kami ng konting potting mix dito kasi hindi pa naman to matagal sa amin. We got this last December, I think, if I'm right. That was last December. Yung price nito, guys, kasi namuhunan din sila, nanggaling to sa Thailand, so in-import pa nila, was 900. But I think, for now, you can buy it for just 450. Meron na silang mga Lucky Red na ganun lang yung price at Brilliant Green Garden. They have a lot of varieties ng mga aglonemas, guys, for a cheaper price, lalo na ngayon. Marami na pong mura doon sa kanila. Nag-a-add lang po kami ng potting mix because this is how we usually take care of our plants. So if you have your own way and you are comfortable with what you're doing, then go on. There's nothing wrong with it as long as meron siyang good effect sa plants nyo. So we are done with this one and makikita nyo super parang bagong bihes itong Lucky Red natin. So this is super beautiful. So we will move on to the next one, which was introduced to me as Diamond Siam. As far as I remember, 1,300 po talaga yung original price niya. Meron pa talagang price na nakalagay dito sa pot when we brought this home. Most of them were really imported, so nung dumating sila dito, medyo stressed pa sila. So we really had to let them recover first before we touch them. So ito, although nirepat namin siya, ayan, ngayon ko pa lang siya nakikita na nagkakaroon ng mga bagong shoots. I think I'm gonna have 3 of this. So ayan, meron siyang mga bagong shoots and talagang dumaan pa yung time na nagkaroon siya ng flower. So, nag-bloom pa siya, guys. Eventually, kapag nag-bloom yung aglonemas, they don't give shoots at that time. So, after blooming, that's the time that new shoots will pop out. It was really my choice to keep the flowers and to let it bloom. But if you are in a hurry and you want to propagate it right away, you can opt to remove the flowers, guys, because aglonemas are known for their colorful foliage. Just like what we did to those previous pots, mag-a-add lang din tayo ng potting mix dito. Kasi habang tumatagal po, bumababa po yung level ng soil na meron sila or yung level ng potting mix na nilagay namin sa kanila every time na babasa. So, hindi maiiwasan na nangyayari yon. And of course, mababawasan din yung nutrients ng old potting mix that they have. So, ayan, mag-a-add tayo ng bago and we will blend it with the previous ones kasi hindi naman natin sila ire-repat. Meron na siyang mga shoots, guys, but as far as I remember, we are planning to see how lush it can be. So, hindi muna namin siya ipapropagate. But do not worry for those of you who might be willing to wait when we will do it. Then, do not worry, guys. I will be updating you as well what's gonna happen and when we will do it. So, ayan guys, we are almost done with this one. So, ayan, ito na yung itsura niya ngayon. And we will move on to one of my favorites. So, isa talaga to sa mga pangarap ko lang. This is our Saksam Jaipong. It was really him who mentioned that he saw an Glonima na parang pulang-pula talaga or parang fuchsia pink yung kulay, and I even did not believe about it kasi hindi naman talaga yung usual na Glonimas na nakikita namin. And when I saw it online, I was really amazed how beautiful it is. That was around July, and nung lumabas siya sa online market, sobrang mahal po niya, guys. Yung maliit lang ng ganito was worth 3,000 kasi imported po siya. Yung pinaka-maximum na yata, yung sobrang lush na ganito was around 5,000 pesos. So parang hanggang tingin na lang muna. You really can't tell what God has in store for you because He can give you your inner desire when you least expect it. And 5 months later, we got this for free. So, sino bang mag-aakala that someone will be so generous in giving us our own Saksam Jaipong? For those of you who are eyeing on some things na hindi pa afford sa ngayon, so hintay-hintay lang, darating din yan sa'yo in God's perfect time. It is a promise to ourselves na hindi po kami magbebenta ng mga plants na binigay sa amin. So, I'm just hoping na makapag-grow kami ng marami nito para may mapagbigyan din kami. So in case, mag-a-add lang din kami ng konting potting mix dito since kagaya ng Diamond Siam, parang unti-unti ring nauubos or unti-unti ring bumababa yung level ng soil na meron siya. So mag-a-add kami ng bagong potting mix na inihanda namin for all of the aglonimas that we have here. Aglonimas, guys, are perfect house plants for those beginners na kasisimula lang din mag-collect, kasisimula lang din mag-alaga, kasi super bilis po nilang alagaan and super bilis po nilang maparami. Given the ideal conditions, I super love how beautiful and how lush they can be. You don't need to spend much to start collecting kasi super dami ng mga varieties ng aglonimas, guys, na super affordable lang. I believe I have shown you a lot for today, and thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. It has been Maria, the voice of PLANTZILLA BHL. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. Tap nyo na din yung bell icon para ma-notify kayo whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys!